Ahoy, Nakama, I'm Jiro.
I'm Keiko.
Welcome
To
to
Mean
Mean
Minion.
Minion.
Here, we uncover the biggest mysteries of One Piece.
From theories to reveals, we've got you covered.
The Red Hair Pirates. I gotta admit, their reputation precedes them. They're strong, mysterious, and a little intimidating, wouldn't you say?
Oh, absolutely. What's fascinating about them is how they've become one of the Yonko, the top dogs in the pirate world, but in a totally unique way.
Right. So what makes them so different from, let's say, Kaido's Beast Pirates or Big Mom's crew? It can't just be about having a huge crew, right?
You hit the nail on the head. Think about those crews. Massive, with tons of devil fruit users. The Red Hair Pirates, smaller, way more tight-knit, and their strength comes from mastering hockey.
So it's like their secret weapon. But seriously, focusing on hockey instead of devil fruits, that's got to be pretty unusual for such a powerful crew, right?
It's definitely not the norm, but the Red Hair Pirates take it to a whole new level. It's ingrained in their identity. And remember, there are three types of hockey: armament, observation, and conquerors.
Wow.
They've shown mastery in all three, which is insanely rare.
Wow, mastery of all three. That's like next level powerful. It makes you wonder what kind of training they go through. And imagine witnessing those hockey clashes firsthand, like when Shanks and Whitebeard split the sky. Just insane.
Oh, absolutely. Talk about legendary. And speaking of legendary, their captain, red-haired Shanks. He's not just any pirate, he's a former member of the Roger Pirates, the Pirate King's crew.
Yeah, the Roger Pirates, that's like pirate royalty.
Yeah.
But beyond the legacy, what makes Shanks himself so powerful?
It's a combination of things. His mastery of all three hockey types is insane, especially Conquerors. That clash with Whitebeard alone proves it. Then there's his swordsmanship. He rivals Mihawk, the world's strongest swordsman.
It's like he's got it all. Strength, skill, experience, and that undeniable charisma. No wonder people are drawn to him. But a crew's only as strong as its members, right? Who else stands out on the Red Hair Pirates?
Well, his first mate, Ben Beckman, is a legend in his own right. He's like the brains of the operation, brilliant strategist, and some say the strongest first mate since Rayleigh from the Roger Pirates.
So he's like the perfect counterbalance to Shanks, right? Strategy versus instinct. But what evidence do we have of his strength? He seems to prefer a more subtle approach.
Remember that scene during the Marineford War? Ben Beckman just casually points his gun at Admiral Kizaru. An admiral, and Kizaru actually backs down. Gave everyone chills.
Oh, man, I remember that. That's not just strength, that's pure intimidation. It makes you wonder just what he's capable of. Okay, but what about Usopp's dad? I mean, if Usopp is a skilled sniper, his dad must be on another level, right?
Absolutely. Usopp is a total beast when it comes to marksmanship. Legendary accuracy, able to hit anything no matter how small or far away. And get this, he's an expert in observation hockey. Definitely one of the top guys in the Red Hair Pirates.
That father-son sniper duo is something else. Imagine if they ever had a friendly competition. Now, we got to talk about Lucky Roo. He looks like a jolly, fun-loving guy. You would think he's a powerhouse, but looks can be deceiving, right?
Right. He's a confirmed user of armament hockey, and he's surprisingly fast and agile in combat. Don't underestimate him.
Talk about don't judge a book by its cover, right? And then you have the other notable fighters like Lime Juice, Building Snake, and Hongo. We haven't seen them in action as much, but just being on this crew, they got to be incredibly strong. So each member brings something unique to the table. They're like the pirate world all-star team. But we need to see how they put those skills into action, right? What are some of their biggest, most badass moments?
Oh, there are plenty. But I think we got to start with the one everyone talks about, the clash with the Whitebeard Pirates. We already mentioned that incredible hockey clash between Shanks and Whitebeard, but the entire encounter was a demonstration of power from both sides.
It's crazy to think about the force needed to split the sky. But beyond the spectacle, what does that clash tell us about the Red Hair Pirates?
It showed the world they were equals to the Whitebeard Pirates, who were at that time considered the strongest crew out there. This wasn't just a small fight, it was a clash of titans, and the Red Hair Pirates held their own.
That's a massive statement. But to really get a sense of their strength, we need to look at how they handle other top crews. What about their encounter with Kaido, another Yonko, before Marineford?
Oh yeah, the clash of the heavyweights. We don't know all the details, but the Red Hair Pirates stopped Kaido from reaching Marineford, stopping him from causing even more chaos.
Whoa, stepping in front of Kaido. That guy's practically indestructible. It takes serious guts and strength to even think about facing him.
It also tells you something about their strategy. They choose their fights, aiming to keep balance in the world, even if it means taking on a monster like Kaido.
It's like they're playing a bigger game, Thinking about the consequences on a global scale, not just personal gain.
You got it. And that's what makes them so fascinating and unpredictable. Their motives are complex, their actions calculated, and their impact undeniable.
We're always thinking a few steps ahead, like chess masters in a world of checkers.
Exactly. And speaking of game-changing moves, their arrival at Marineford, total shift in momentum. They didn't even fight, just showed up, and the war stopped. Even Sengoku, the fleet admiral, agreed to end it because of Shanks.
Talk about influence. It's like they command respect even from their enemies. But why intervene? Was it just about peace, or was there something more strategic going on?
It makes you think, right? Remember, these guys are known for their strategy. Some fans believe they stepped in not just to stop the fighting, but also to prevent anyone else from gaining too much power from the chaos.
So they're maintaining the balance, even if it means keeping the world in a kind of stalemate, like they're the guardians of the status quo.
It's a compelling theory, especially when you consider their other actions like stealing the Gomu Gomu no Mi, Luffy's devil fruit, right from under the world government's nose.
Oh yeah, that was a bold move. But why go to all that trouble for a seemingly ordinary devil fruit?
Well, we know now that the Gomu Gomu no Mi wasn't ordinary at all. It was a mythical Zoan fruit, the Hito Hito no Mi model, Nika. Super powerful with huge significance for the world.
So they knew all along. That changes everything. It means they have knowledge and awareness that most people don't.
Exactly. They're playing at a different level with access to secrets and information that most people can only dream of.
It's like they're playing a whole different game. But we can't forget about their relationship with Luffy. That's got to be important to their overall plan, right?
Absolutely. Remember their time in Fuchsia Village. They befriended a young Luffy and gave him that straw hat. That meeting had a huge impact on Luffy's journey to becoming the Pirate King. Shanks saw something special in him, even back then.
Like they were planting a seed, setting a destiny in motion. But what does that mean for their relationship? Allies? Rivals? Something else entirely?
Million-berry question. Some fans believe they're the God's Knights, a group dedicated to keeping balance in the world.
Hold on, God's Knights. That sounds like a legend.
It's a popular theory, and it kind of makes sense when you think about it. They stopped the war at Marineford, challenged Kaido to prevent more chaos, and potentially shaped Luffy's fate. All about maintaining some kind of equilibrium.
But aren't they still pirates? How can they be guardians of balance when they operate outside the law? Seems a bit hypocritical, no?
Yeah, that's a big debate. Some argue that they operate in a gray area, doing what they believe is necessary to protect the world, even if it means bending the rules.
Hey, Nakama, enjoying the adventure so far?
If you have a topic or mystery you want us to uncover, let us know in the comments.
And while you're at it, give this video a like and subscribe to keep sailing with us.
Now, back to the adventure.
So they're not bound by the usual ideas of good and evil. They're playing a more complex game with different rules.
Exactly. And their connection to the will of D makes it even more complicated. You know, that mysterious force connecting people who challenge the world order. Luffy has it, and many believe Shanks does too.
So they're potentially shaping a future that disrupts the balance, even as they're trying to maintain it. That's a crazy paradox.
You got it. It's what makes them so interesting. They're a force of nature, a wild card in a world that's constantly changing. But beyond the theories, we have to address the elephant in the room. How strong are they really?
The question that keeps fans up at night. We know they're strong, but is there any way to measure it?
Well, there's a theory that they have the highest average bounty among all the Yonko crews.
Whoa, seriously. Higher than Kaido's crew with all those Zoan users.
Yeah.
Or Big Mom's crew with their crazy devil fruit powers.
Sounds wild, but think about it. They became a Yonko crew with a smaller crew, relying on individual strength and haki, not just numbers. That means each member must be insanely strong to make up for their size.
So every red hair pirate is a walking, talking bounty poster. Each one with a reward that would make even the toughest pirates shiver.
Exactly. It shows you the level of fighters they are, even the ones we haven't seen much, like Lime Juice, Building Snake, Hongo. They have to be ridiculously strong to be on that crew.
They're like an elite force, handpicked for their skills and power. But to really understand their strength, we have to compare them to other top crews. Like, what about the Straw Hats? Luffy and his crew have come a long way, but how would they stack up against their inspiration?
That's the dream match, right? The clash of generations. The up-and-coming Straw Hats versus the legendary Red Hair Pirates.
Imagine those battles. Luffy against Shanks, Zoro against Ben Beckman, Usopp against Yasopp. The ultimate showdown. But would it be a fight to the death?
Some say it would be more like a Davy back fight, a friendly competition instead of a deadly battle, a way to test each other's skills and strength without going all out.
That would be amazing. A display of skill, strategy, and respect. But what of the other big names? How would the red hair pirates fare against the whitebeard pirates in their prime?
That would be a clash for the ages. Shanks and Whitebeard seem pretty evenly matched in their hockey clash, but a full-on crew battle, that's a different story.
The whitebeard pirates were known for their power and their bond. It's hard to imagine anyone taking them down when they were at their strongest.
It would be a legendary fight, no doubt. Some think the red hair pirates, with their focus on hockey and their unique crew dynamic, might have a slight edge, but it's a debate that'll probably never be settled.
One of those matchups that just keeps fans guessing and arguing. But we can't forget about the wild card, the Blackbeard pirates.
Oh yeah, the crew that's been quietly gaining power and causing trouble, they're a force to be reckoned with.
Their captain, Blackbeard, is cunning and ruthless, and with 2 devil fruit powers, he's a serious threat. How would the red hair pirates handle that kind of unpredictable power?
It's a question that has a lot of fans worried. Blackbeard used to avoid the red hair pirates, but his crew's gotten a lot stronger and they're not shy about their ambitions. A clash between them would be a clash of styles, strategy and hockey versus opportunism and double fruits.
It's the kind of fight that could change the world of One Piece forever. But beyond the spectacle of the battle, what does the Blackbeard pirates' rise tell us about the red hair pirates' role in the world?
It shows that they're a balancing force. Blackbeard represents chaos and disruption. The red hair pirates, on the other hand, seem dedicated to maintaining order, even if it means fighting dangerous enemies like Blackbeard.
So they're not just powerful pirates. They're players on a global stage, shaping events and destinies. It's a big responsibility. They're more than just fighters. They're practically guardians of the world. But, one thing that always stands out to me is their loyalty to Shanks. Every single one of them trusts him completely. It's amazing.
It really is. It goes way beyond the usual captain-crew thing. It's more like a family, a bond that's built on shared experiences, trust, and respect.
And that loyalty seems to be their strength, right? They fight together seamlessly. Like, they understand each other perfectly.
Yeah.
It's clear why they're one of the most powerful crews out there.
For sure. It's a testament to Shanks' leadership, too. He doesn't rule through fear or intimidation. It's genuine respect. He'd sacrifice anything for his crew, and they'd do the same for him.
It's incredible. You don't see that kind of bond very often from the pirate world, where it's usually every pirate for themselves. It makes you wonder, could that unwavering loyalty be their downfall one day? Or will it be their ultimate advantage?
That's a great question. And, Oda, the creator of One Piece, might be setting us up for that very conflict in the final saga. Who knows what's in store for them?
A lot to think about, right? But I think we've covered a lot of ground today. Our listeners wanted to know just how strong the red hair pirates are, and I think we've given them a pretty good idea.
Definitely. We've talked about how they built their power, how they've mastered hockey, the strength of each crew member, their biggest moments, and all those fascinating theories about what they're really after.
We've looked at how they measure up against other legendary crews, that complex relationship with Luffy, and how they might even be influencing the future of the whole world.
We've covered a lot, but there's still so much we don't know. The red hair pirates are shrouded in mystery, their true goals and ultimate fate. Still a big question mark.
And that's part of what makes them so interesting, right? They keep us guessing, keep us theorizing. They're a constant reminder that in One Piece, anything can happen.
Exactly. So, to everyone listening, keep exploring the world of One Piece. Pay attention to every little detail, every hint that Oda gives us, because the Red Hair Pirates are a crew to watch and their story is far from over. What they do next could change everything. Thanks for joining us, Nakama.
Got a topic or mystery you want us to uncover? Comment below.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to join the adventure.
See you soon.